Liebe Angaangaq,
Dear Angaangaq,
wir freuen uns, dass Sie heute bei uns sind
we are so happy to have you with us today,
und dass wir Ihnen ein paar Fragen stellen dürfen.
that we may ask you a few questions.
So, Sie bereisen die Welt
You travel the world
und lernen viele unterschiedliche Kulturen kennen.
and you get to know many different cultures.
Und wie ich gehört habe, sind Sie oft auch in Europa und Deutschland.
And I heard that you are also in Europe and in Germany often.
Und sicherlich haben Sie mitbekommen, dass wir in Europa gerade sehr viele Unruhen haben.
Yeah, and you may have noticed that there's a lot of chaos in Europe at the moment.
Wir haben Wirtschaftskrisen,
Economic crisis,
viele Flüchtlinge kommen zu uns
refugees coming to us,
oder terroristische Anschläge.
or terrorist attacks.
Und die Menschen reagieren sehr unterschiedlich darauf.
And the people, they react in many different ways.
Was können Sie den Menschen mitgeben,
What,
wie sie damit besser zurechtkommen können?
what could you give to these people so that they can deal with these things better?
It's very interesting. I have not traveled the world, only 68 countries. But that's a lot when you think of it from where I come from. What I have learned is from my grandmother, because as a 10-year-old girl, she went to a big mountain. And she looked from there to the world. In Greenland, we can see to the curvature of the earth, which is about 450 kilometers in one direction. You can see that with your own eyes. Then when you go to the other side, then you're looking at a distance of about 900 kilometers. That's almost Germany. All in one sight, you can see. So there she saw the world. And she says, when I looked at you, you did not feel good. So I grew up knowing that, and we asked her, what does it mean? You have lost ceremonies. You stopped doing ceremonies. You stopped celebrating your birthday, the birthday of the kids, and the change of seasons, and full moon, and rising of the sun, the sunset. There are so many things, the first flower of the year, so many things we have lost. We are now so deep in that world that we stop celebrating anything. And of course, when you and I, we don't celebrate, we will get lost. And when we get lost, then we begin to do things which are not good for us. And you can see that in the world. Today, we have never had so many wars. We forgot the beauty of the circle. The old people say the circle which has no beginning, no ending, in which you and I, we all belong. That means in the east, where the sun rises, she's always yellow. So we have yellow people. Then in the south, when the sun shines highest upon us, she's always white. So we have the white people. Then in the west, where the sun sets, we have the red people, and that's me. And in the north, where it's dark, we have the black people. But now we don't recognize each other. We can see you come from the east, or we can see you come from Europe, you can see, or you come from North or South America, or you come from Africa. So we make the difference to each other. But when you look at each other, there's no difference. Yellow, white, red, and black. We're all the same. We belong in the same circle. So when we lose that ceremony, we begin to divide ourselves. We do the same thing in religion. We have 9 big religions of the world. Abraham, Moses, Krishna, Zoroaster, Buddha, Christ, Muhammad, Baba, and Baha'u'llah. 9 big religions. Instead of uniting each other under the beauty of the religion, we fight, we kill each other. And then when the refugees came, I was there the day when the first refugees came to Austria. I was driving from Slovakia. And we stopped at the border because there were so many people. It was so interesting. People in Austria said, welcome to Hause. But now they had election, they were fighting and not recognizing the beauty of other people because they come from a different religion and different color. We have lost that beauty of each other because we all one and the same in the same circle. So we lost so many things because we lost the ceremony and to look at each other's beauty. That's what happened in the world. What can we do? Go back to that ceremony to recognize each other every day. Yesterday I had a beautiful black man come to me asking for healing. Because he'd been in jail and he'd been beaten, not because he was a bad person, because he was black, in Frankfurt. Beaten because he was black. And I think, oh, people of Frankfurt are civilized. They shouldn't have that kind of problems, but they do. So, because we lost the ceremony of the joy of looking at each other's beauty. And when I look at you, you look like my cousin. Maybe you are my cousin. Yeah. And I look like your uncle. So I am your uncle. So we forgot that. We make a big difference. And we try to be bigger than the other all the time. So what can we do? Smile and say, good morning to each other. But if you live in the city here, people don't say good morning to each other. They don't see each other. It's like you don't exist. They just walk by you. If you go to Menschen, Hauptbahnhof, nobody says good morning. Nobody. If you go to New York City, you don't exist. And if you go to Tokyo, you don't exist. But when I touch you, you're real. But in the city here, you're not real. But nobody recognizes you. But when we look at you, we realize your beauty, your significance, your beautiful smile. But we stop looking at these things. That's the problem we're faced with. After all, no matter how we look at it, there's only one earth. And the people on her are her citizens. If they are yellow, white, red, or black, they're all the same.
Okay. Next question. Viele Führungskräfte haben Probleme mit der nächsten Generation, die nachkommt. Generation Y.
Many leaders, they have problems with the next generation. We say Generation Y.
Weil diese Generation viele Werte, die hier schon sind, über lange Zeit in Frage stellen.
Because that generation questions values that we have had for a long time.
Ja. Und eine andere Einstellung zum Leben und zur Arbeit haben.
And they have a different attitude towards life and work.
So, da gibt es Konflikte.
There's conflicts.
Und wie können diese Generationen voneinander profitieren?
And how can these generations benefit from each other?
Was braucht es dazu?
What do we need so that they can benefit?
Connecting.
Yes.
That's only, if I don't recognize the young people, they become further and further away from me. It's like in the family of Europe. Mother and father, the children are now in Berlin or in Vienna or in Zurich. We don't see them every day anymore. So we become further and further away from each other. Then the uncle, he lives on the other side of the city, so we don't see him every day. And we don't ask him every morning, Uncle, how are you? We don't do that anymore. We don't connect each other anymore. So we don't recognize the next generation. And we don't train them. We put that training to a school who goes by books, not by the experience of you. They only go by the books. It says in the book A, B, C, D, not the experience. So we expect that the school will educate them to something the school does not know. You do. You are the one who should be teaching the young generation to connect. But when they connect with us, they can learn from our mistakes. But they don't see us, they only see the school. And school has no mistakes because they have A, B, C, D. That's all they have. Is that real? It is real. When you go to a school, university, you see all they have is A, B, C, D. 1, 2, 3, 4. They don't make mistakes. But you and I, we do. We make mistakes. Oh, I make many mistakes. Many. And then when my children come, they can learn from me. I can tell them, don't do it this way. But I tried it already. It doesn't work. And they will say, what should I try? Try this one. Do your best. But not this way. But it didn't work for me. And it will not work for you. So we have to train them in connecting to each other. And we lose that. It's like if you come to Utrecht in Netherlands, in Hauptbahnhof, nobody says hello. Nobody. Because nobody cares about you. They don't see your beauty, they don't see your strength, they don't see your struggles, they don't recognize us. So that's all over Europe, all over the world, not just here. That's what's happening in the world. We lost that simple thing of connecting.
Gut. Vielen Dank. Thank you very much.